Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Miami Dolphins taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Tannehill to throw on the first play. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run wide side with Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. But you look at this defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, number 1 versus number 1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give.
On 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out out to lead this Miami offense.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. In motion is McKenzie. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
We're scoreless after 1. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal.
2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Again, Wilson.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jeff Wilson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week.
It's Derrick Henry all alone.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top. It gives you a chance to go make a play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now it's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Phillips has it, running the out route.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Phillips. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Weaver. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Weaver. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. This complete to Henry over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now here's the timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense?
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now it's Tua rolling to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hill going to go in motion right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have retaken a third quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss.
Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now a toss right side. HN with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Still going inside the 20.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd down and 6 now.
Back to throw, Tannehill. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Here's Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Up the middle, Achane. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Wilson with a first down carry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 12. 2:06 to play. Now their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Here's Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Weber.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
They snap it to Tannehill.
It's complete. Burks.
And he's got this down to the 35.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill.
He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips.
Here comes second down. Tannehill.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Phillips. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Tannehill to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
2nd and 9. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's 3rd and 9.
On play action, here's Tua.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. And some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a... And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Somebody lit a fire.